This is a follow-up to the video of the Horseshoe Draw project you just watched. We mentioned the Paloma Trail crossing previously in that video, but we didn't actually view it. We're there now. Paloma Trail is the primary access to Highway 92 for families between the crossing and the Mexican border, that is, everywhere south of the crossing. The crossing was constructed by a company that was hired to build the border fence about 6 years ago. The concrete slab is identical to those poured at low water crossings on the fence line. The company placed boulders or riprap on the downstream side, but you can see that it's migrated downstream due to the action of the flooding in the past years. This has allowed the channel to deepen and thus to undermine the slab. There was an urgent need for additional protective riprap, but unfortunately none was added. On this last July 5th, a massive amount of stormwater runoff inundated the crossing. The flow was estimated to be between 1,000 and 1,500 cubic feet per second, or in the neighborhood of 100 acre-feet per hour. The swift current caused a lot of erosion and also transported tons of sediment to the San Pedro River. After the flow subsided, it was evident the crossing had been seriously compromised. However, it was still serviceable, and it was in use until July 11th, when, confirming our worst fears, a second gully washer wiped it all out. All that's left is a pile of broken concrete waiting to be swept away by the next big flood. Sporadic attempts have been made to build a temporary crossing, but even small floods are making it impossible to maintain. This has caused a major problem for residents on the south or isolated side of the crossing. For transportation to work, school, or shopping, they must leave a vehicle on the north side of the crossing and walk across the draw to it. The alternative is to drive south through a ranch to a border road and then to Naco. This is a detour of over 25 miles on poor roads if one were going to Sierra Vista. As of the end of July, no agency or individual has come forth with a plan or the wherewithal to restore the crossing. Had the structures contemplated by the Horseshoe Draw project been in place, the crossing would not have been destroyed. The huge flood would not have occurred.